The following program is a Nighthawk Network presentation.
We are two Unks Talking TV. You know the shows that you grew up watching, like Family Matters, Facts of Life, and Three's Company too. So come and join us and take a walk down memory lane as we talk about these shows that are so nostalgic. We're just two us talking TV, and when you hear about the shows we're talking about, it's gonna jog your memory. So come and join us and take a walk down memory lane as we talk about these shows that are so nostalgic. We're just two Unks Talking TV, and when you
What's going on, y'all? What's happening? Today is Thursday, so no, we're not talking sports, but we is talking TV because I'm here, your boy Uncle Ebuck, and there go your man's Uncle Hugh, and we are two Unks talking TV. And man, I've been looking forward to this for a few weeks now. This is one of our favorite shows, both of us, ever. I'm sure we'll have a lot to say on the subject. Tell them what show we talking tonight, Hugh.
Martin. We talking about the Martin show.
You ain't say it right, man. You supposed to be like, I'm the man. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
I hated when they did that. That's
Man.
when he sold out, man. That was the sellout song right there.
Now you know, whenever you hear that song and your TV is on, you're going to see what's good. It don't even matter what episode it is. If you ain't got nothing better to do in that moment, you going to see Martin.
Yeah, Martin was like just really great, man. It was just a funny show, man. He was doing a lot around that time too, man.
All right, we already got people checking in. Coach Cody Roberts in the building. Shout out to Sam Houston State Bearcats. Do you remember the TV show called The Brady Bunch or Seven Heaven? That was my favorite shows. We absolutely remember both of those shows. At least I do. You recall those, Hugh?
Yeah, I recall Brady Bunch and Seventh Heaven, the dude the father. You know, the father was in a whole bunch of stuff he had no business.
Absolutely. I'm sure you are new to this particular show, Cody. So keep in mind, at the end of the show, we usually ask you guys what shows you want us to talk about in the weeks to come. We will definitely put that Brady Bunch on the list for sure. Because I definitely want to talk Brady Bunch. That was like one of the most classic TV shows of all time.
What was the most classic was what they was doing behind the scenes. That show was wow.
Yeah, so we'll talk about some of that as well. But anyway, thank y'all for tuning in. We appreciate y'all. We are talking about Martin tonight. Now, as always, I usually started out by doing this. Cody now says, whatever happened to the TV show called Fear Factor? Well, actually, Cody, if you are watching TV this day and age, Fear Factor is actually back on TV now. They have a new host. If you remember the movie Jackass,
Johnny
one of the creators of Jackass is now the host of Fear Factor. And if I remember correctly, it comes on Wednesday nights on Fox. So yeah, you can look that up and check out Fear Factor. Man, you thought they used to do some crazy stuff before, and they actually have a house where all the people stay in. It's real crazy, Cody. You should check it out. If you got Hulu, buddy, you can check it out on that. But okay, back to the show. Mark, this show started, I believe, in 1992. I want to say 5 years it was on TV. So usually, Hugh, I will always ask you, did you start watching Martin when it first came on, or did you catch it later? What was your first interaction with the show, Martin?
I watched it when it first came on because back then that's what I liked about having cable. Then it advertised so much. It told us then that what was going to happen with the Martin show. They said that it was a new show that was coming out, of course. They had our boy Cole, he basically, we all know him from the Cosby shows, Cockroach. And so basically, when they had him on the show, they talked about Martin Lawrence, and then, they talked about Gina too, or, Tisha Campbell. And, they was both on the actual House Party movie. So when all that came out, they was telling us everything that was going on, and they was going to actually make a new show called Martin, Martin Lawrence show. So yeah, I was dialed in from the beginning when it first came out. I could say that.
So basically, you've seen it from day one, episode one. Now, that being said, my friend, I always usually like to add a little quiz for everybody. It should be real easy, y'all, because this week we just gonna do it this way. We're gonna put a character on the board. You're gonna name the character, and we can talk about them from there. Because keep in mind, pretty much every character on the show had about 2 or 3 episodes that really made them stand out on the show. It was always constant thing to remember. Cody says, I have never heard of the TV show you're talking about. Well, keep watching, Cody. We will educate you on the show that is Martin, my friend. I know you're a younger man, so Martin
Oh,
was a little bit before your time, but it's all
yeah.
good. Keep in mind, Martin, if you have Netflix right now, all the past episodes of Martin you can catch on there. You also can catch them on the Amazon Prime. They have them there as well. But okay, let's talk about it. You ready for the first one, you?
Yeah.
This one is the easiest one, of course. Who is that?
Martin Lawrence, the man, the myth, the legend, he was doing a lot around that time too, man. He was host of Def Comedy Jam while he was doing the show at the same time.
So, of course, yeah, Bruh Man, says Joe. Yeah, we definitely gonna talk about Bruh Man. Gotta go there. But okay, Martin. Of course, now Martin was the star of the show, obviously. And not only was he the star of the show, but he also played several important characters in the show as well. We will definitely get to them. But man, like you said, Martin at that point, he had blew up. He was hosting Def Comedy Jam. They had already did House Party 1 and 2 at that point. He was working on some of his own movies also early on in that. So at that point, Martin probably was like one of the most popular, if not the most popular, black entertainer on TV, not named Will Smith, which we'll talk about at the end there. But yeah, definitely from episode 1, it was on. I laughed so hard the first 2 episodes, okay? And it was like I could watch this all day, every day. And to this day, I still feel like that 30 some years. I mean, just ridiculous, funny, stupid stuff he would do throughout all the episodes. It's like when you learn about how the show was set up, they had a script and everything, but they went off script so much, and it's obvious they did, Hugh.
Absolutely, man. And what I liked about Martin Lawrence too, was the fact that not only did the movies and stuff that he had out, and then him just roasting people in the crowd on Def Comedy Jam, but a lot of people slept on that Talking Dirty After Dark too, man. When
Speaking of a darn good cult classic movie, definitely would encourage y'all to find that one. I do believe they have that either on Tubi or Pluto TV where you can find that movie. I actually own that movie, Hugh.
Oh yeah, that was
Yeah, I do
another.
have that as one of my DVDs. But yeah, definitely that. But okay, Martin, man, like I said, that brother was hilarious. When you think of Martin, what's the first episode pop in your mind about Martin?
I like the one when they went on that vacation with that rat or whatever the heck it was. I like the beginning of.
Gilligan's Island.
I like the ones with King Beast on there. A lot of people slept on King Beast. I think that was Cold Man's, and he always made sure he had a copy of the tapes of the movies. But
Yeah.
it was like a lot of them. But two of them that stood out for sure. The Players Ball one with the setting
Oh yeah.
one was like one of
Gina
my
was
favorites.
all up on me.
That one was one, and of course the New Jack City. When they
Now I do believe I got if you go to my U story this evening, y'all, you'll see where I posted some of those classic little clips from the show. So if you go to my story on Facebook, you should see several of some of the things we're talking about. And I definitely know I posted one of those that we just discussed. But yeah, I think about Martin in particular. I think about the episode with Najee Rumba. Najee Rumba.
and don't
You,
forget the
you'll
one.
never forget that picture with half afro, half braided. Shaquille Sunflower.
And I like the one with Tommy Davidson too, man. That was another good one.
Oh yeah. Did you miss me? Now, interesting enough, y'all, speaking of spinoffs, they are actually going to do a spinoff of the Barnell Hill show.
Oh, really?
They're actually doing that show. It is in production as we speak.
What's up, man?
So I wonder if Martin going to play a little role in that somewhere.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting that they gonna do that. Finally.
But yeah, like I said, Martin, it's so many, we don't even have time to address them all. So let's just go to the next person, all right?
Okay.
Who might this be?
Oh yeah, that's Gina, his love interest, and I liked her character too because she matched his energy, man. That's what made it so funny. Because at first, I thought that she was going to be like the one who was more level headed, but then, as the series went on, it was funny to see she was just as childish and roast you just as bad as he did. I used to love it when it was, of course, Martin and Gina against Tommy and Pam. Those were some of the funniest moments on the show.
Now, of course, Gina Waters, later on to be, of course, Gina Payne. Look, first of all, here's what we learned as we learned about the inside and outsides of the show, beyond the show. That first year or so of the show, the audience didn't really like Gina like that. She would come on set and they'd be booing. They would actually have to swap out the soundtrack and put some clapping in for because keep in mind, most of the audience in the first year or two of Martin, primarily female, and they was there for Martin. They was loving Martin like that. So they didn't want to see Gina all kissing and hugging on him. They did not care for her at all. I was surprised by that.
Yeah, that's crazy because you would have thought that they wouldn't be too attached to something like that. Yeah, it's just basically acting. But then they probably thought, but then at some point they did have something going on. So yeah, maybe that's where the animosity came from with the fans, I may say.
Perhaps. But yeah, Gina, the two episodes that stick out for me about Gina was the one episode, remember when they was doing it and Gina head got stuck in the headboard. She was all
One of my favorite ones is that Thanksgiving episode when she was wilding out, man, when Martin mom and her sister was singing the Pass the Peas and then she got crazy with them and they wanted to kick her out. Yeah, she was funny, man.
right. Then another one, man, the episode where I just lost it. Give me a second. It'll come back to me. But no, Gina was something else, boy.
When they was
Gina
at that
was something
hotel,
else.
her and the Hispanic dude, man, who
Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about that one in a minute.
with the heat duck, man.
We're gonna talk about that one in a minute. Oh yeah, remember the episode with Pretty Ricky? Pretty Ricky is what they called him.
Oh yeah.
And Gina went to go get her hair done and her teeth fixed and stuff, and everything got all messed up. So when she got to the senior prom or whatever it was, she was looking all jacked up.
Yeah,
And then the
that was-
end, they're like, yeah, she was all like, kiss my ass.
her always beefing with Shanae, man. You know.
Oh, yeah. Like the episode when Shanae had found Martin's tickets and made her work in the shop for him and had did her hair. And her hair was like, wow.
Yeah, that was classic.
Her hair was jacked up. But okay, speaking of which, you obviously know who this next character is.
Oh yeah, that was one of the wildest.
Shanae. I would say that's probably Martin's most popular character he did on the show. Because to this day, whenever you see somebody with them long braids like that, or a hat and braids like that, you think, yeah, she like Shanae.
That's funny. I think especially the episode with Kid, when the kid was on.
Oh, yeah.
You
know what you came here to do, kid?
Yeah.
Like, what? I just want to dance, kid. Dance with me, kid.
What do you say? Won't you kiss me like you did that light-skinned girl on that movie?
On the movie. So, yeah, to this day, when that song come on, Forever My Lady, I don't never sing them words. I always sing, Forever Shanae. It's like a dream. Keeping me warm.
Definitely blew up on that, man. Just a really good.
Oh, Lord. But no, but then speaking of Shanae, do you remember her home girl? Her main home girl?
I forgot her main homegirl's name, but she was just as wild as Shanae.
Now, of course, she was played by the rapper Yo-Yo.
Yeah, I forgot his name. I forgot her name.
Her name was Kilolo.
Kilolo.
Because remember the one time when they had won the car and Tommy was driving them and he mispronounced her name like, Thomas. My name is Kilolo.
Kilolo. What was the other one name? She was the wildest one out of all.
Oh, yeah. Boom Quisha.
Quisha was wild.
Boom Quisha. Oh, Lord.
I think she wanted more smoke than Shanae. She was always on.
No doubt.
She'd be like off 1 to 100 in a second.
She was on them perks. I'm telling you.
Remember they had the party for the older ladies. It was like the I think.
They were trying to get into the little older lady society. Yeah.
That one was funny too, man. Them old ladies was wild.
Right. They came in with the 40s and whatever.
Oh yeah.
And next thing you know, they had turned the party.
Yeah, we thought that they was gonna mess up the party, but they actually helped in a way.
Right.
You know, kind of made them loosen up.
But yeah, definitely, any episode with Shanae was just crazy. And then her and Pam always trying to fight and whatever. And then remember the one time when Martin had to admit that him and Shanae had hooked up one night?
Man, what was another wild episode, E? Was the one when Martin thought that the little boy who kind of favored him was his kid. He was lying because he didn't want to go there.
Oh, Lord.
And he was trying to tell Gina.
I didn't want to be like Mike. I wanted to be like you, Martin.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Man. Yeah, remember we had the little handshake. Bam, bam. Remember all that? It ain't cool to lie to me, little man.
Yeah, that little boy was a con artist.
Right. Big time. Talking about he was his daddy. But no, remember when he took him to the barbershop and they named him Shorty Doo-Wop?
And he wanted all that money back, man. He said, I did all for nothing.
Crazy. Okay. Next character. You know who this is.
Good old Tommy.
Now, you already know. You see Tommy, what's the first thing we remember about Tommy?
They always said Tommy ass ain't never had no job.
You ain't got no job, man. But we know Tommy actually did have a job.
He did.
And on a few occasions, actually. The first job he had, if y'all remember right, was around, I would say, episode 6. Where remember they had Martin and them come talk to the school. And that's when he met up with Miss Trinidad.
Yeah.
Remember Martin, Tommy worked for the school. There was another episode.
Was he a guidance counselor in school?
Yeah, something like that. There was another episode where Tommy had worked with the white girl. Remember they had went on a skiing trip?
Yeah.
and they had hooked up, and they was there on on a work retreat or whatever. He had a job there.
But it was like every time he'd pull out big wads of money, man, and they like, man, how you get this, man?
Right.
I thought he was a dope dealer at one point.
Well, see,
You know,
I think what we were supposed to know was Tommy was a hustler. You know what I'm saying? He had regular jobs, but he also got his hustle on the side. I mean, because think about it. Tommy was always fly. You know what I'm saying? He was
absolutely.
always dressed sweet for the most part. Unless, they was going to hoop or something. But even his hooping gear was tight. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, he definitely stayed, to fly, man. He was always one of them casual dudes.
Now, if
And
y'all knew me around this time, you see these type of outfits that they wear. Most of the outfits that wasn't basically stuff I hooped in was outfits inspired by two TV shows, Hugh. Martin and Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I would see something they have on there and be like, oh, I'm gonna see if I can find that. Because, if you knew me back in the 90s, like around my senior year of college, silk shirts and all of that, the little vest and all, that's the type of stuff I was wearing. And that is
yeah,
why. I definitely had an outfit like this next character.
yeah, I used to try to get stuff like Cole, man, like the song Juicy, the red and black lumberjack with the hat that match. I had something
Yeah.
similar, man, when I was in McKenzie, and I could stay like coordinated like that, man. And because of him, I was, whenever I seen some type of gear he had, man, I try to, replicate what he was doing.
Yeah, now remember, y'all, we are paying attention to the comments. So y'all got some comments. Tell us about your favorite episode, your favorite show, your favorite characters. Go ahead and comment on in. Let's talk about this one since Big Joe brought it up. Happy belated, by the way, Joe. I know I addressed you last week, but yeah, he had a recent birthday, so happy birthday to
Happy
Joe.
birthday.
Also, happy belated birthday to Big Meech. His birthday was yesterday. Shout out to my man's Big Meech.
Absolutely.
Happy birthday to you. But look here, man. Happy birthday to Loon if you tuning in this evening. That is also the man known as Donovan Sanchez, the owner slash quarterback of the Midwestern Bulldogs. Today is his birthday. Happy birthday to him.
Happy birthday to my homegirl Keisha too, man. Just found out earlier today. Yeah, people' birthdays out there today, boy.
Yeah, and this was a good time to be born.
Hmm.
All righty, but yeah, bruh man. Okay, I actually now know because I've been looking at past episodes. The first episode that bruh man appeared in, that was the episode when they had the fight night at Martin's house. Remember that?
Yeah,
And bruh man came straight in the crib, went straight to the refrigerator to make him a sandwich.
very disrespectful.
Right, and then what else he did? He put on Martin's sweater,
That's what I'm,
shoes off. Martin finally had to put his butt out. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, he was
But
doing too much.
it was one of those situations where he was on the show and the audience loved him. So they
Mhm.
kept bringing him back till finally they made him one of the characters and whatnot.
A lot of people thought he was Gina's side dude, man.
Yeah, because keep in mind, the way it was set up sometimes, like, yeah, you got a little bit too much accent. I know at some point
Yeah,
he was seen Martin and Gina getting it in. Ain't no doubt in my mind. Either he
yeah,
was
'cause
sitting there in the living room watching TV while they was in there doing it, or he was peeping through that window, seeing what was really good
fire escape every time.
every time. But yeah, what else about Bruh Man? Oh yeah, y'all know in real life, Bruh Man is a comedian, I should say. He still does comedy, on the Chitlin circuit and whatnot. But remember, also at that time, he was blowing up with everybody else. He was in a couple of the house party movies. He was in that film Class Act. Remember him as one of the little bodyguard type dudes that was
Yeah,
beating up on old boy.
he did a few things, man. Just like low key, a lot of people wasn't up on. But he was one of the funnier
Absolutely.
characters too, just being himself, man.
Right
Like that
on.
Thanksgiving episode, man, when they went over his house to eat.
Okay, now here you go. I know you know who this is. We got several angles you can look at here.
Good old Pam.
Pam. also known as Beady B. Now, that's some of the best parts of the show was when her and Martin would go back and forth with each other.
Absolutely.
Whatever, biggie smalls.
It seemed like they was always trying to break each other too, man, to make each other laugh, get out of character. Yeah, because they used to always have like a little nice little inside joke war.
Right, because he usually would get her by, ooh, what you eating, garlic? He got her a couple times with that one, and she had to turn her head right quick or whatnot, so she don't be cracking up. But man, okay, what episode remind you of the pain?
The episode when she first brought in our boy Jerome, man.
Oh Lord, not Jerome, not
When he got that
Jerome.
picture. When he started calling her junk in the trunk.
Junk in the trunk. Because remember, it all started out. She ended up going out with Jerome a couple times, and I guess they was kind of cool for a minute. But Jerome was so crazy. Look, it wasn't no kicking it with him, not for
No.
real. But everybody remember Jerome. Jerome in the house. Jerome in the house. Watch your man.
Yeah, one of the pioneers on the show. Because
But
we all
no,
know his name.
one of the
But
very best episodes was when Jerome won the Players Ball.
oh, absolutely. That was like one of the best episodes, hands down.
And I like that because Martin said he wanted to do that so he could pay homage to some of the people of the past, especially in the black exploitation era. So of course he had my man's Huggy Bear in the building. He of course had Foxy Brown in the house. There's a couple other people he had there that night too.
Yeah, he had a nice little packed little crowd too, man. It was actually
Oh yeah,
pretty
he had
fun.
a old girl from Good Times, Walona.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Flo
she
was
was there. Yeah, like I said, definitely one. I mean, because it was like, they had the little different segments or whatever, and then he was like, "What's the matter? You can't call nobody."
yeah, my man was dropping knowledge on them too, man. Huggy Bear, he was on there wilding.
Right. Then in the end, they ended up being cool at the end. That was what was up. But no, another one with that damn Jerome was yeah, when they did the piston tickets, and that's like, yeah, Jerome got the hookup. And they're like, "What's going on, Chuck?"
That dude always has some type of scheme or something going on, but he always has some type of tickets or some type of whatever you need.
Right. And the outfits he was wearing, I think even in the 70s, they'd be like, "Damn, what you got on?" He found some of the wildest gear to wear. It'd be crazy.
Cowboy boots made him even worse.
Right. Okay. Speaking of crazy characters, remember Martin, one of his favorite characters to play was this dude.
Oh yeah, Roscoe.
No, that ain't Roscoe, man.
Who is it? Bosco?
That's Mr. Otis.
Otis.
Oh, I can't believe you got one wrong.
Roscoe, yeah, because Roscoe's the little boy. The
Yeah,
little
Roscoe
snotty-
was the little boy
Yeah, you're right.
with the little snotty nose or whatever.
Yeah, because Otis was always bullying people, man. Like,
What you say there, boy? What you say there, y'all? Look here,
Hey,
young
he-
boy. Let me tell you
he-
something.
he beat that bodybuilder up at the bank.
Man, he whooped his big ass. Oh, you think you doing something? Broke him off with about an 8-piece, and they kicked him. Then remember that time he was the security guard at the mall, and they was about to open, and then the young dude came in. He's like, "Yeah, whatever, old man, you better watch yourself." He's like, "Man, what you gonna do?" And my man went in his jaw like, "Oh, he done dropped old Otis. I ain't failed since '69. Oh, hell no." And then Otis jumped him, and then all the old people jumped on, like, get him.
I
They
like the
beat his
old.
ass.
You know who was funny too, man, and people was trying not to laugh, but you could see they was literally breaking character. The older lady, man, I forgot her name.
Miss Jerry.
Miss Jerry.
Oh my God.
She played on a lot of stuff too, man.
Yes,
you know,
she did.
back in the day.
Yes, she did. Oh, but Miss Jerry's had me rolling. You better get out my face.
Yeah, she was always
Like,
wild.
you don't know me, Miss Jerry, like that. She'd be like, come on, come on.
Remember she was hungry and wanted a sandwich, and Gina felt bad for her and gave her the tuna. And then she looked like tuna. I don't like tuna. And she stepped on it, and that was Mama
Yeah.
Payne. Oh, man, I thought Martin was about to
Mad
beat
as
her ass.
hell. You remember that time when it was at the DMV and Miss Jerry was there?
Oh man, Miss Jerry beat the brakes
Like,
off.
don't
And that
nobody know you.
was that the day when my man's called him Almond Brown.
Oh, yeah. What's up, Almond? Yeah, I posted that one. I posted that one on the U story too, so y'all can check that one out. But no, oh, remember Angry Man?
Oh, Angry Man was nuts. He just had that angry look on his face all the time.
Right. Hey, what's wrong with you, Angry Man? Shut up.
Sit your ass down.
Right.
That was his best thing. Sit your ass down.
Crying, laughing. But yeah, if you pay attention to some of them episodes, he was always kind of paying homage to some of the other shows. If I remember right, it was the episode where he had I think he had Louise on there one episode.
Weezy?
I do believe so. I know she definitely played on a Fresh Prince in the episode, but that's another story. Of course, remember when they had the episode when Cole Mama and them was in the car? Remember who one of her homegirls was? LaWanda Page.
Wanda did. That's my homegirl, man. She was on everything from like Easy E album to a lot of rappers' albums, man.
Right.
Because she was a comedian and she always had some funny stuff too. Her voice alone.
All right,
Hey,
Rose is in the building. What's going on, Rose? We talking
definitely
Martin.
want to hear her take too.
Feel free to chime in with your favorite episodes and characters, Rose. You know what it is. You fam. You know how we do it. Okay, here go another one for you. Let's see if you remember who this is.
Her.
Here you go.
Ah, Miss Payne, she was wild.
Mama Payne. Oh, Lord.
Miss Payne was hilarious.
Okay, 2 episodes pop in my head automatically. One, it's so hard to say goodbye to my mama bird.
And the Mama's
When
biscuits.
Gina killed the mama bird. Oh, Lord.
And the Mama's biscuits.
Like, I know that's my mama biscuits.
And it
All
was
right, hold
funny
on.
too.
Yeah, Rose said, yeah, that's definitely Mama Payne. Okay, no, you remember the episode where Martin got sick and the Mama Payne came to take care of him,
Yeah.
and Gina got smart up, but she's like, I'll backslap the hell out you, heifer.
She hated Gina, man, forever.
Yep. Ro, remember, you killed my mama bird, Gina. You killed my mama bird.
But
My
what's
mama gonna
crazy,
kill you, Gina.
did she like Pam though? I think that Thanksgiving
I
episode,
think she actually did like Pam, but
'cause
she
you
did
know-
not like that doggone Gina.
because her and her girls and Pam was singing that "Pass the Peas" like we used to do. And then she James Brown and then that.
Oh, remember when the pastor was scamming his mama at the church
Pastor was hilarious.
and she was doing that doggone dance? Oh, that shit was hilarious. And of course, y'all remember David Allen Greer as the scheming pastor.
He was hilarious on there.
Let me lay hands on you. Get on your knees. What? No. We praying. It was the way he said it, though.
That dude never get his flowers too, man. Well, a very funny, talented dude, but he never really got his true flowers.
David Allen Greer, keep in mind, he has a TV show on now on NBC. It's decent, but again, NBC being kind of sucky right now, you don't know nothing about it. Y'all have to look it up. I can't even tell you the name. It's some type of doctor show. It's kind of based like a mockumentary type thing.
Oh.
Yep. Rose said he was Pam's cousin Leon. Yep.
Yeah.
Pastor Leon Lenny Love.
Leon Lady Love. That dude was nuts.
Boy. But no, that episode when he went out with Gina. And it's like, no, I rebuke you, Satan.
Yeah, he was trying to get it where he fit in that episode.
He was trying to get all of that. Real for real. Okay, but no, Mama Payne, boy, hilarious. And then, when she used to be with Cole Mama, could remember Who played Cole's mama? I can't think of her real life name, but she's a comedian also. And when them two got together, man, hilarious. Cause remember when they had put Cole out and they were sitting there talking about him?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, both our sons, some stupid apple heads and all that, just crazy stuff.
Hey, who can ever forget Big Cheryl?
Thank you, Ro. Comedian Laura Hayes. That is who played Cole's mama. You absolutely right. And you know, she played in a few movies herself along the way. But of course, I remember her originally from Def Comedy Jam. Because keep in mind, there's quite a few people
Absolutely.
that Martin got from Def Comedy Jam to be on the show at some point.
And Def Comedy Jam was big then
Yeah,
too, man.
that was just a good feeder marker for everything he was doing over there.
Because they brought it back at one point, but it didn't hit the same, man. With Russell Simmons,
Not at all.
like the early '90s, yeah, it was.
Yeah, we definitely going to do a show on just the original Def Comedy Jam because so many of those people went on to do big things. Okay, I think I got one more. No, I got a couple more for you.
Okay.
All right, I know you remember this character here.
Oh yeah, Dragonfly Jump. None.
What you say, punk?
Don't you know Cole or Cole was talking about he had like a podcast he was on and he was saying when he had the piece in his nose when they were fighting, my man's made a mistake and when he struck him, it went up in his nose real deep, like real deep.
Ooh.
He couldn't really breathe and he was gasping for air. And at the same time, they thought that was him just acting, being silly.
Right.
Oh, like on the side, trying not to laugh and get out of character. But he like, man, y'all help that dude before he killed this dude, man. But yeah, it's cool to see stuff like that too. Now, man, like the podcast and different things that you talk about behind the scenes. Because when he said that, I just thought that was just Martin being a skillful actor.
Yeah, Dragonfly didn't always get his butt whooped. Because remember, the one dude that was the other student that he was always fighting. Keep in mind, his name, well, he is known as Kenny Wack. And Kenny Wack not only was a professional boxer and then eventually a boxer trainer, but at that time, he was also Martin Lawrence's bodyguard. So that's how he got into the show. In real life, he was Martin's bodyguard for a lot of years, and now he is a producer for Quake's House. If y'all remember that from Sirius XM, that's no longer on Sirius XM, by the way. They are looking to move that to some other platform. I hope they do because I listen to that every day, and I miss that show because you know he used to have all the other comedians on it. Just a good fun time. But yeah, Dragonfly, boy, oh boy. I mean, the damn fight when they was fighting outside of the ATM.
Oh yeah,
He was like,
breaks off of it.
He was like, I need that money for my rent. I ain't got no money, punk.
He was always pulling out wads of money, kind of playing in his face, attacking.
Right,
man.
You used to beat that ass to take the money every time.
Every time he took that money.
Hilarious.
Extra just because.
Right. Then there was the time they tore up Nipsey's fighting. And he beat his butt that time too.
Yeah,
all right, I got one more for you. One more for you. Who was Dad?
I forgot my man's name. White dude. Man, I forgot, but he was funny as hell though.
That was Bob, the office man. Bob. Remember, he used to work with Gina and them.
Yeah.
And this was, of course, that episode when they had all went out of town. And Mark thought something was going on because he went to call Gina and Bob answered the phone. Like, it's going on in here. This party's off the chain.
Having a party, man. Yeah, he was gone. Man. Was that the episode with the heater vent? Like when they was trying to get
he went to the hotel and beat up the little Hispanic dude.
Did that dude end up being his landlord in the show?
Yep, he ended up being a landlord later. You absolutely right.
Yeah, that scene was funny because Martin was under the bed and got off away from under that bed, man. Martin beat the brakes off that dude.
And then, of course, we got to mention somebody that I didn't post, the great Garrett Morris, who, of course, played Martin's boss in the first couple seasons.
Oh, yeah. That was my man.
Stop being a punk, Martin. Gina got you whipped.
And Sean was the dude in the production too, as well, wasn't he?
Yeah,
Like,
Sean was the
yeah.
producer, right? Right.
He
Correct.
played in 80s comedy a lot. He played in a few movies, low key, man. But one of my favorites he played on. You should check it out, man. I know you into comedy like that too. It was a silly comedy from the 80s, like one of those raunchy comedies called Joystick, and it was basically about
Yeah,
video games.
we talked about that one.
Oh yeah, that was like, yeah, that's classic. E.
You know, some of them 80 comedies just so goofy you can't help but laugh.
Yeah,
That's definitely one of those types.
you
Okay,
know,
there's a couple interesting people that popped up on the show, and we
yeah,
find
absolutely.
out later on that Martin was kicking it with them on the low level.
Mm.
Kim Fields, for example. Remember early on, she played Monica Hurd, the girl with the last word. And come to find out years later, that they was kicking it for a little minute.
I remember was Lark Voorhees on there too?
Yes,
Was
Lark
he?
Voorhees, another girl he was kicking it with at that moment. And come to find out, you know, after they did the show that Martin was kicking it with somebody else. And she didn't know at the time. But she found out like soon after she did that episode of Martin.
Mm. Who was that?
And you know, they said she kind of went a little spiral after that. But you know,
Mm.
that's another story. But yeah, you know, he had them on the show, of course, and then of course we know over the years we found out him and Gina they had something. We still
Some
don't quite
aspect,
know
the
what it
energy.
was per se, but yeah, before she was with old boy and they went through what they went through, her and Mark
Yeah,
kind of had something going on.
that whole Dwayne Martin situation was nuts.
Yeah, that was a whole nother story. But yeah, again, y'all, we are here talking TV, talking to TV show Martin. If you got any of your favorite characters or favorite episodes or favorite little scenes you want to pop in and talk about, feel free. The commentary is there for you. Um, like I said, it was only 5 seasons, but it seemed like it was a lot longer.
Yeah, man. Was Gary Coleman on there too, man?
Gary Coleman was on that episode of
Yeah,
Martin.
because he was a villain that everybody was scared of. But when you
Right.
seen him, come on, man.
I mean, like I said, he did a good job of honoring some of the greats, you know, in his own way by having them on the show. I know you
Yeah.
remember the episode when he had Thomas the Hitman Hearns on there.
Oh, come on now. Yeah, that was one of my
Tommy
favorites.
beat that up. He beat that up.
Yeah, he was whooping people, man, like regular local people, and then got a little full of it, man.
It's like, how I look, Gina. Man, that doggone face was so beat up.
Yeah, that was a funny episode.
Yeah, remember when he had your girl on there, the great Dawn Staley, and some of the other Olympians when they end up playing a pickup game with the U.S. Olympic team. And they
The
whooped their ass.
Rex, but Cheryl Swoops, and everybody. I
Yep,
believe
Lisa Leslie, all of them was in the video.
that was a pretty good episode because wasn't he talking macho like he could beat any woman team or
Yeah.
any woman play basketball?
Remember that first picture of Pam right there? That was that episode.
Yeah,
But yeah,
Jesus.
Pam was dead.
Damn.
But see, it's crazy because Gina was actually thick, but Pam was so much thicker that you didn't really recognize. Because remember, they always played on that later on when Gina ended up being on My Wife and Kids.
And it was cool how her and Pam
We
had
talk
that.
about Hustle Man yet? Says Ro. No, we did not talk about Hustle Man. Definitely get into Hustle Man.
Did you hear about how he got on, man? Mike Epps was talking about that on the podcast. That was actually pretty cool because he said that him and Tracy Morgan was down on their luck, and Martin, no, not Martin, but Dave Chappelle. They was trying to get different things going, and they was basically struggling comedians at the time. And when Mike Epps said that he got that role, Tracy Morgan, he was like, man, I made it big, man. I'm about to be rich. I'm on the Martin show. And he had one of the most iconic characters on this show, man. Bottom line. Like when the heat went off that time. And he was trying to sell what was he trying to sell the pigeons on the stick?
Pigeon, dog. That barbecue pigeon. It's like, what's the secret is I put it in pork and bean juice.
She was like, "Is that honey?" He was like, "No, baby, that's molasses." He said, "You better marinate in that molasses." Yeah, his voice was so funny because when he said something free range. He was like, "I got free range." Like,
It's like, yeah, you
what
know,
was that?
you was about in the range of $25.
He said, if you want it, I got it. You better get it while it's getting this good.
No, remember when he played the wedding plan?
Dude, when he had that chitlin loaf, oh, I was about to
Yeah.
throw up, man. That was disgusting.
Then of course, remember when they went to the record producer and he
Come
came
on,
in talking about he about to pick up the pieces and had the kazoo connected to the saxophone.
and that's still one of my favorite songs to this day. So when he
Pick
did
up the
that,
pieces.
man, yeah,
Pick up
that,
the pieces. I like, oh, you
it
didn't
wasn't even no
your man.
singing or nothing on that song. It was just instrumental and still one of the classic songs, man. In the
No
Black
doubt.
Island, man. And from a group named the Average Right Band, that lets you know how, man.
And I promise you, after that episode, I went somewhere and found me a kazoo.
That was
I
wild.
hate I lost my kazoo. I used to play with that mug all the time.
And my man's Tracy
I might
Morgan had
trying to buy me another.
he had that wild hat like Spanky too, man.
Yeah.
Colors on it. Like, where did he find that from? He just had some wild gear. He was a hilarious dude.
Right, and he definitely blew up after that because remember he played in some of them Wayans movies after that. Then of course, you know, his work on 30 Rock and the Tracy Morgan Show and so on and so forth.
Yeah,
And to this day, one of the go-tos I go to when I can't sleep at night, I watch that damn Tracy Morgan comedy special. I was a drug dealer with a heart of gold.
Yeah, he was hilarious, man. And
I
then
can't believe my auntie stole my Game Boy and didn't help me look for it.
yeah, he was one of the funniest dudes on that show, man. And yeah, like you said, he really blew up from that show too.
Right. Oh yeah, when you be talking about his cousin, talking about see that's why your that's why your wheelchair pillow stink.
Man. Remember he walked up in a barbershop trying to sell him stuff like jewelry. He
Yeah,
walked up there with that Western theme like walla walla wah. Wah, wah.
what you need, Chief?
That dude had watches, rings, and everything. He was
Name it,
clever.
he had it. Just crazy stuff, man. Crazy.
He reminded
Okay.
me of Living on Good Times, man. Always have what you needed.
Right. All right, hold on. Again, I think if I think about my favorite episode, it was that damn Chilligan's Island.
Yeah, that was wild.
They got there and they was like, oh, look at the puppy. That ain't no damn puppy.
What was that, a possum or something, man?
It was something crazy. I don't know. Cause no, I think at first it was supposed to have been something else, but then they end up having whatever it was. It pretty much was like a fur hat that they had hooked up some type of remote control car to. And that's what it was.
Yeah, that was
No, when him and Pam teamed up and started beating. That nigga Martin had some hands for real though. He was beating the hell out that damn thing.
them hands, boy. That
I
was funny.
swear, I could be in the worst mood ever. If you put that on, I will be all right every time.
Damn.
I could not laugh at that scene.
You
That's
could put
probably one of the funniest television scenes ever.
yeah, any of his stuff you could put on, especially the Martin show, man. And no matter what you're going through, it'll cheer you up at the moment.
Right, because like I said, I've been watching these last few days. I promise you, it has definitely helped me through some of these crazy situations. Because I watched
Absolutely.
that for a couple of hours. I ain't thought about nothing else but Martin. And I'm definitely gonna finish binge watching the whole season until we get season 5. All right, hold on. I like the episode with Elroy. Oh yeah, you remember that one? Don't you know no good? Don't you know no good?
Oh, Elroy.
Yeah, Elroy the mechanic. When he was going to fix the
He was like John Travolta almost, a Grease Lightning.
right. Gina had took the car to get an inspection, and then it broke down, and he had came to fix it.
Tell them
And he's like, you know, only one thing I know better than cars. That's my music. Please listen to my song. Don't you know no good? Don't you know no good? Man, hilarious.
But you can never just sit up and not like watch Martin
Oh, wait
episode.
a minute. Hold on. I gotta go back to Cole. Another hell of an episode. Remember the episode MC Hammer was on?
Yeah,
Rhythm spoons.
Random Spoons was wow.
But man, you know, to this day, it's actually restaurants with that concept
Straight up.
where basically you go there, you pay for the food by paying for the spoon. And they, you know, I think it's one in Houston, I want to say. And there's a couple other places that did it. Like, no, so one part for the food, rent the spoon, rent the spoons. And then that MC Hammer came on there like, yeah, I had an idea. I called it rent spoons. And Cole was like, yes, yes.
Who was Big Shirley on the show too, man? Because it was like I don't think they never showed Big Shirley.
I don't think they ever did show Big Shirley.
No.
But remember, going back to Cole, what it was that last season when he was with, I want to say her name was Charlene. Help us out if you're in the room, Road. Sharice, it was something like that. And she was dumber than Cole. Dumb as a box of rocks.
Yeah, I remember her.
Because remember when Cole finally went and got his own place?
Yeah.
He was, you know, they had broke up and he was trying to date other girls and couldn't get on at the crib. So then he was house sitting for Martin and got caught up over there. So then he finally got that little broke up hole in the wall.
Yeah, he was always funny.
Right.
Man.
And then old girl finally popped up like, you said you needed some space. Like, yeah, I needed some space. I needed my own space. I got a bigger apartment.
And they used to always bag on Cole too, man.
Because remember, he had called his mama. He was about to go. He was like, yeah, my crib is whack, ma. I'm ready to come home. And that's when she walked in. And I think they ended up getting engaged, if I remember right.
Yeah, because I know he had a nice little run with that little chick, man. I think that was basically his life after Big Shirley.
Rose said they did show Big Shirley.
They showed Big Shirley. Who
I
was
was
Big?
gonna say they showed her, but they ain't never show her face.
Yeah, that's because I
episode where they show her eating the chicken.
Yeah, because they showed features, but I
I
never
don't think they
really
actually
seen
showed
face.
her face. I don't recall.
I don't recall that myself.
I might be wrong, Ro, but
Yeah.
they actually showed her face. But yeah, that was great. Oh, then of course another episode everybody remember when Tommy and Pam hooked up and they told Martin
They was hooked up. It was wow. Martin
like, yeah,
hated
what
that.
the doctor do for you? Remember that long lady I was telling you about? He should go right here. He's like, no!
Martin was all in at first until he found out who it was, and he was not buying it.
Right. Oh, remember when him and Tommy had fell out?
Who
And, they
Martin?
and then Tommy ended up in an accident, and they thought
Yeah.
he messed up because they thought he was the dude in the next bed that was all wrapped up.
Yeah,
Man,
man.
it's just so many good episodes.
You said that too. One thing that you brought up recently was the fact that they wanted to do a reunion of Martin, but you know that's when he was like it wouldn't be the same without Tommy, man. So yeah, I'm definitely glad that they didn't go on with that, man, because yeah, losing him definitely was such a big part of the show.
I mean, it just wouldn't be right without him, I don't think. I mean, because that's how that show was. I mean, granted, you say, well, Martin is mainly about Martin, but no, it really was about the whole cast characters. If you look at, I think TV Guide did the top 100 characters of all time on television. And at number 27, I want to say, is the cast of Martin. Not Martin himself, but the cast of Martin. Which is crazy, but it makes sense, though.
Because I just basically.
Oh, yeah. There's another good one. Courtroom scene was a good one.
Man, yeah. That was wild, man.
What does GTD stand for, Tommy?
He was like getting drunk.
What? What you what? Make him speak up, Your Honor. What does GTD stand for?
Hey man, can you get arrested doing something like that in court, man?
I guess you could technically, you know,
Yep, Martin got on the phone.
the court docket and all that was the foolishness.
Yeah, he got
I
on
got
the
the
phone.
drugs. I got the drugs. And then when he pulled out the doggone drugs, oh,
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I thought he could have went to jail for wilding out like that.
I lost it. Like, no, he didn't pull out some drugs. He got the
went crazy.
drugs. He got the drugs. Martin
He
Witt got the phone like, he got the drugs. He got the drugs.
He went crazy, like, get the draw. He pulled the buttons out. I was like, man, Tommy is nuts.
Oh, remember when Martin did the double date with Stan and his lady?
Dude. Well, Stan Lady was the comedian too. Remember, she
Yeah,
played on
she
Brain.
played on some of everything.
But she was whose mother was it? Dang, I forgot whose mother.
So remember, she played in Friday at the Next.
Yeah, she hilarious. Yeah.
Ice Cube had to go use her bathroom downstairs.
Yeah, she loved Pops, man.
I mean,
John Witherspoon.
yeah, cause remember, yep, that's it, Myra. Cause remember when she went to Shanae's shop, that episode, and she gave her a perm without you gave her a perm without no neutralizer. And she took the damn top off and she was oh. Talk about you like Grace Jones, girl. Eartha Kitt.
That's hilarious.
And then she was like, oh my goodness, she was toe up on the floor up.
Yeah, Jenny was gonna get fired before she even started.
For real. And then it ended up being his tickets any doggone way.
Absolutely. That was hilarious.
And then of course, I know y'all remember so when the late great Biggie Smalls was on there. You right. Absolutely right, Ro. She was also in Boomerang as David Allen Greer's mama. Remember that?
Yeah, that's
Her
what I was talking about. Yeah, she was the mother on there. The one that when they made the nasty chitterlings. When her and Pop
remember they went in the bathroom and got it in right quick.
Absolutely.
And Pops came out with the clothes on the other way around.
She came out here wild, popping that gum.
Right. Man. But no, like I said, I can't. It's very few shows you could think of where it don't too much matter what episode you watch. It's funny. I can't. I really can't think of a bad episode of art. I can't think of what episode I watched and it was like, I ain't feeling it.
Some of them probably had a little seriousness to it, but
right,
you had the comedy.
And that's probably one of the few television shows that I saw every episode pretty much live.
Oh, absolutely.
From the beginning of the show to the season finale. And remember, the only reason why we didn't have season 6 or 7 of Martin wasn't because of Martin, because they got approved for season 6 and 7. It was because of all the little controversy that went on near the end of the show.
There was a lot went on at the end of the show too, unfortunately.
Yeah, and and of course they talk about some of the reunion, and every now and then when they talk to like Pam or Cole, they kind of come out with bits and pieces of it. Martin really don't like to talk about Martin much at all, really.
Yeah, like he just want to leave the past with the past.
So remember, after Martin, he went through a lot after that.
Yeah,
the whole drug situation and
had to go to rehab. Yeah,
prostitutes and cheating on his wife and all of that. Because remember, that's what led to his special Run Tell That.
Yeah, because that's when he basically got himself back together and was kind of telling you everything that happened around that time.
Right. And of course, thank goodness after that, of course, he got his career back together, of course, with all the Bad Boys movies, of course.
Absolutely.
Mama's House. Which was real controversial at the time because of him playing Mama in the Dress. It's kind of crazy why that's such a big deal, even now with some people.
Yeah, because I know Brandon T. Jackson wasn't too happy about that,
Yeah,
man.
he definitely talks about that he didn't
He
want to
said
do it.
he said that damn near ruined his career doing
Right.
that.
And then of course, whenever it come up and Cat Williams or of course that damn Corey Holcomb talk about it, that's always an issue of contention with them playing
Hmm.
any character that wears a dress. But damn near every other major comedian then did it. I mean, your Richard Pryor, your Bill Cosby's, of course, obviously Eddie Murphy, all of them wore the dress. You know what I'm saying?
My man Dave wasn't having that though, because they wanted him to do something like that on Blue Streak, and he was like, "Nah, not me."
David Chappelle.
Yeah, because he was saying something like that too, like, "Why all the time you want to put us in a dress and think that's funny when technically, if you're funny, you're funny. You shouldn't have to do all
Right,
that."
but
That was
man,
great.
they would say, okay, part of Cat's argument was they don't let the white people do it. But yeah, if you look back at some of your major comedians that are white, they done wore the dress too.
Tom Hanks started off wearing the dress.
Tom Hanks in particular.
The
Look,
bosom buddies.
right. I do believe Jim Belushi at one point wore a dress a couple times on Saturday Night Live, and I know
Hmm.
Steve Martin have, and you know what I'm saying. I think they just make too big a deal out of that, all of that. You know what I'm saying?
And
And
Aykroyd.
so homosexuality at that time was kind of, people are a lot more open now, so it's not as big a deal,
Back in our day, they wasn't playing that though,
right?
man.
And say what you will, man, wearing the dress got Tyler Perry paid.
Yeah, no comment on Tyler Perry for me, man.
We're gonna leave it at that. And look like we're gonna leave the show at that because y'all ain't commenting and it's about an hour in. And we do want to get into the other show this evening that we're gonna have for y'all. Check in about 9 o'clock. We're gonna be talking to our girl, Queen Gemini, and making up for that show that we supposed to have Tuesday, the show that of course we call Rumble Time to catch y'all up on what's been going on in wrestling.
Okay. What's she gonna do? She gonna do Rumble time?
If she's doing Rumble Time this evening, I will hit her up right at if you watch it right now. We about to hit the studio over there, so I will see you in a minute, my friend. But again, we ask you as we always do at this time, what should we talk about next time, y'all? We got a couple of options for you. Tell them about it, Hugh.
We was talking about black exploitation. We was talking about doing Fresh Prince and Bel Air, and we just seen comments about the Brady Bunch and Seventh Heaven. So yeah, man, we just want more people to chime out and bring out some ideas and figure out what we're gonna do next.
Yep. Now keep in mind, Hugh, we had committed to doing this every other week, but I think we need to make a program change and do that show next week because the following week is the first day of March Madness. And we ain't trying to miss that, my brother.
No, none at all.
So yeah, it ain't happening. So yeah, let's do that show next Thursday, and then we'll
Yeah.
take the following Thursday off so we can watch the hooping going on.
I remember you dogged me out, man. You called me everything but a son of God in one year, but then I think that's how you know how I get down when it comes to sports, man. And a lot of people don't really see that side of me with basketball, man. I had my phone on my lap, I had my tablet, I had the laptop, the TV was split in four. It was like some of everything, anything in the house they can watch the college on. I was watching it on,
Right, and
man.
it work out good for us for financial because our money should be straight, so we can go grab some little snacks or whatever. You can be there and then we go ahead and run the phone like, yeah, you see this game right here? No. No, turn to this game right here. Like, okay. You know how we do it.
It's gonna be wild too, E man,
Oh
because
yeah.
I believe this on don't they start on St. Patrick's Day on the 17th?
Next, so Thursday after next, so that's gonna be the 19th, actually.
19th, okay.
Yep.
Because yeah, they got to get the brackets and everything and kind of give us,
Right.
the setup right quick. Okay.
Yep. So of course there are tournaments going on right now, so y'all can check them out. But yeah, we will be back next Thursday. Remember, we'll throw a couple polls out there to see what y'all want to talk about. But either we'll be talking about your favorite black exploitation movies, or we'll be talking about the Fresh Prince of Bel Air. Y'all just yeah, Rose said, yeah, we can talk about Uptown Saturday Night and the Mac.
Oh
So
yeah,
that was made her decision.
that.
Yeah, definitely two of the movies we will talk about if we talk to black exploitation. So yeah, if y'all see this in the playback and y'all put that in the comments, we will check it out and we will see it and we will go from there. But all right, y'all, thank y'all for tuning in. As always, we appreciate you. Thank you for showing us love. Until next time, I am Uncle E-Buck. Who are
I am
you?
Hugh, Uncle Hugh to you.
And this has been Two Unks Talking TV. We'll catch y'all next time. Deuces.
Until next week.